going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. We got the Z2H8 all ready to go to the track. We're going to go to our local track, Showtime Speedway. It is a local 8th mile track to us. Wanted to go get a few hits in. We're going to meet up Dr.TunEmAll there. He's going to help us out with some suspension tuning. Got everything buttoned up, just did a big once over on the car. And what really helped us out, and not even to just plug these guys, but this safety checklist from Motion Raceworks actually worked out pretty well. So a lot of the stuff, or some of the stuff I should say, doesn't apply to us, but a lot of the stuff does. So we got that, went through that checklist. We also got an engine diaper all hooked up. So now we have engine containment if anything were to happen. It's kind of hard to show you guys. But we got a diaper on it, and it is very close to the flywheel, but per their instructions, it is very close, as long as it does not have any extra folds or anything. So currently charging the battery. And a few updates here in the driver's seat. We have our submarine harness installed. It is just used with a nut and bolt through the existing piece that we had. And we also made the switch to an MPI steering wheel. So we have our same button that we had before. We just changed it to the big red button instead of the mush button or whatever they called it. We got a bump button and our line lock. So steering wheel's changed. We had this like old Grant GT style wheel, and anytime you had even 0.1% of precipitation or moisture on your hands, you couldn't grip that thing at all. So that's why we made the switch. Everything else on the car is the same. We did add some Go Fast stickers to the rear window because why not? We had them. Might as well use it. Kind of gives it that like older school Camaro look, I guess, kind of from the 70s. But we'll see. So yeah, we're going to get it loaded up. My brother's in town, which is cool, so we're going to go ahead and hit the track. We are going to meet up Dr.TunEmAll, so he's going to help us with a bunch of suspension stuff. We do have the car set up very, I don't want to say generically, but maybe soft is a better word. We're going to set it up pretty easy just to go down the track and see how she's gonna work. So very exciting to say the least. And hopefully we get some good data, good track time, and make some good progress. So stay tuned for that, guys. We will be there shortly. Right hand side's on. What?
Right hand side's on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, just back me up, all right?
Yeah.
All right, ready?
Yeah, I'm trying.
All right, guys, Douglas is strapped in, ready to go. And he will be making the first pass in the Z2H8. This is his maiden voyage, so we're ready to go and see what it does. right, so Douglas just went down. Looked like a pretty clean pass. He'll be pulling up here in a second. We'll make sure that the car is all right. He's good, and I'm sure he's all anxious and nervous and jittery, so we'll see what happens.
We're gonna see how it goes. Just going off the race gate, see what happens. Looking for an A to B pass. A to B.
Change your pants?
Dude. It went so straight for
No.
the first rip.
It looked awesome.
Did it leave? Did it pull the tire or
Yes,
something?
front left
No, it
picked
did
up.
not.
Yep.
Dude, first
They
rip.
were making jokes about making you wheelie next run.
Holy shit.
Alright guys, first rip, 658 at 102. Pretty slow, 60 foot, 148. So for the car to literally leave in a straight line and pull the front wheels on its first ever track rip. This car has never been down the track ever that we've owned it. For the past 3 years, right Austin? It's about 3 years that we've been working on it and put it together. It's never made down the track. And tonight was the first night. Went straight, went fast, and it was just awesome. So we're gonna turn it up on a little bit. We're gonna put it actually on the boost controller. That was just off wastegate. That was not even no boost on. So we're gonna put it on the boost controller and see what it'll make and go from there. So we're gonna see how fast we can go tonight. All right guys, so we let the car cool down a little bit. Train temp's good, engine temp's good. Douglas is back in it for round 2. Nate went ahead and added a little bit more dome pressure to it, so it should have a little bit more kicked to it off the line. Douglas said that he let off just before the trap. So hopefully it's a faster pass. And yeah, we'll see how he does. Second run, got a better burnout. We got 5 on the go, so we'll see what it makes. This thing is just taking it and taking it and taking it. Oh man, this thing is working so good, you guys. It's working so good. Everything is working perfect. The front end is squeaking so bad though, I don't know why. I think you still get no time. I wanted a pro tree with time, but I guess not. Thank you. Alright, so that was actually a little slower. We went 6.7 at 104 with a 155.60 foot. So 60 foot's a little bit slower. In turns why we went slower. But again, another really good pass straight off the rib. So I think what we're going to do is add some more lead to it, because right now, that might have been 7 pounds, maybe. I didn't think it was that much, so we'll see what it turns into like. How'd you do? So that was slower. What did we run? So we ran a 671 at 104, so picked up mile an hour because I drove it all the way out to the beacons. Yep. Went slower because our 60 foot was a 155, so our other 60 foot was a 148. I think that's because we still had some boost controller pressure in the line when we did our 2-step check on the line up there. So on that was a more controlled with boost controller on. The last one we had the boost controller off, so it was just gonna make whatever it made. So I think it made less with the boost controller on the starting line. So our 60 foot was definitely slower, but not too bad. Reaction time, I was sleeping at the tree, 0.689, and yeah, so still another awesome ADB pass. So did pull the wheels on this one?
I don't think so.
Okay, so I think we took the wheelie out of it, which is cool.
Yeah.
Cool, but sucks at the same
Not
time.
surprised that we don't need it.
But yeah, so another good pass. We'll see what happens. We'll probably try to turn it up and go from there.
Hell yeah.
Yep. Hey, so how responsive is the bump? So no, it's like
It's like real fast. You don't even have to bump it.
Oh, so with this down?
Yes, you can.
And then just bump?
Hey, right off that. You can literally double bulb it and then get on the trans brake. That's how fast it lights off.
Double what?
Double bulb. So there's 2 sets of bulbs, right? 2 and 4. You could go 2 on, 2 on, so all 4 lights are lit up.
Oh, on the tree.
On the tree,
Okay.
and then get on the trans brake and leave. It'll be fine. You can leave whenever you want. So don't even worry about the bump. Just get on the trans brake. So
Okay.
just get all 4 bulbs lit.
Yeah.
Get on the trans brake, and whenever it goes green, just go. And then, again, you don't even have to shift. You
Yeah.
really don't. You can shift at the or right past the board.
Okay.
So as soon as you pass the board, boom, done. Get off. That's it. And then burnouts, line lock, right? Pump the brakes, line lock, get
Yep.
into it. And then I shifted gear. I hit like 5,500, and then I shifted, or 6,000 shift, and then let off. As soon as you shift, let off the gear. Okay?
Yeah.
Real simple. Again, if there's anything that's wrong, get out of it.
Okay.
Real easy. A to B. If you don't feel comfortable, get out of it. If something's wrong, get out of it. All right?
Yeah.
You good?
Yep.
All right, have fun.
Is this the first time running it? Sweet. Cool.
That was it.
That's pretty fucking quick.
You got that off?
Yeah. 707.
Oh, you went slower.
Yeah.
I think you chicken footed it. I think you let off the
I
gas.
thought that I was 100%, and then when it threw me back,
Yeah, you
I
were
was halfway
100%.
down and went, hang on, let me check. I was like, oh fuck.
No, we heard it. All right, first chicken foot in the Camaro. That's awesome, dude. So we did mark the wheel and the tire, so it is slipping a little bit. Nothing crazy. So.
I didn't expect the second gear to hit as hard as it was. It clunks. So I'm like, oh shit, what is that? Yeah.
So yeah, that was Austin's first pass in the Camaro. So another A to B rip. Dude, this thing is just doing its job. That's awesome. It's so freaking sick. So that's the third pass of this thing. And we have ran, well, 2 consistent 6s and then 1 7. So again, nothing impressive. We did one, hey, you went 102.
Yeah.
So you pretty much went on par, which is good. But yeah, so.
Wheel straight?
No, don't worry about it. It's fine. We're going to back out anyway. Yeah, car is actually running super good. So the old little 5.3 is hanging in there, huh? Now we need to turn it up. What do you say, like 15, 20, 30 pounds or what?
Something like that.
All right, so we're going to get Nate on the computer on this. Probably going to turn it up a little bit just to see if we can improve our time and make sure it's continuing to go straight and fast. Right now, it's going as straight as an arrow. I'm telling you, you can drive this thing with no hands on the wheel. It's running absolutely phenomenal. And it's driving even better. So, again, can't be happy enough with myself and my brother. I mean, dude, it's so awesome. It's such a great feeling. Yes, to have this thing out at the track, regardless if it's 8 Mile or not.
All right, Douglas is going on the third pass. Dr.TunEmAll went ahead and upped the ante a little bit. So we should have some more ass on it yet again. So let's see if he can break the night's first pass. I think it was a 6.5 at 104. So let's see how it does.
You hit the rev limiter. Yeah. Did you hear it? Yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Well, how was that?
6-0, baby.
You went.
117.
All right.
Let's go. Picked up a little bit.
We had a 6-0 at 117. 148 60 foot. All right, that's way better than what we were doing. And you also hit the rev limiter too.
What?
From first to second.
Gave it the sauce.
You hit the rev limiter. I heard it.
I went fuck. I think it hit like 7. Oh, I guess it did hit.
All good. All good. No, it turned out good. So it was a good pass. So 135 60 foot on leaf springs with no preload, and we made one shock adjustment today.
The fucking the suspension.
Really?
It's
We
all
haven't touched an air roll bar or nothing.
neutral.
So
Wow. Like,
It's
that's all
working
like, you know, heat
good.
soaked and everything too.
584.
Yeah, dude, imagine
That's
on
fast,
a dry, cool day.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we got the Camaro back inside the garage last night. We just dropped it off, put it in the garage, and then cleaned up everything this morning. So it was such an awesome time, such an awesome experience to get out there and finally be able to run this car. As you guys know, or if you don't know, it's been about 3 years since we've had the car, and it's never made a pass down the track. So for us to have back-to-back passes with no issues, I mean, we made one suspension adjustment in the front. Our cowl tracks are still sitting at 0 preload, and our anti-roll bar is set to where it was before we even started. To go down the track that consistently, which was, it's almost mind-blowing. I didn't expect it at all. So I'm really glad that we had the opportunity to do so. My brother left back for Texas today. So again, really awesome, super exciting that we were able to do so. I'm glad we got to experience that. And obviously there are some things that we need to work on. We weren't paying attention to our reaction times. We were just trying to make some A to B passes and get some data from the car. That way we can figure out what we need to change or what we need to improve on. So there's one thing that we need to change, and that is our fancy Motion Raceworks alternator pulley. Unfortunately, I got to swap it back for the OEM size, the stock one. So it does charge the car. It only charges the car at whatever voltage it's sitting at. It's kind of weird to explain. So if the car's sitting at 12 volts, if the car's running, it'll stay at 12 volts. But then we run the fans or we run the intercooler pump to ice down the intercooler. It'll slowly drop over time. I think we started at 12.7, 12.8 at the beginning of the night. And toward the end of the night, we saw 11.2 on the final run. So we're definitely dipping down into that range where fuel pump's not going to be working as good. Water pump, fans, things like that. So that will affect the performance of the car eventually, probably down toward that level. So what we're going to do is throw on the stock pulley, get a new belt for that, and go from there and see if it's working better or not. There is one other thing. It's kind of hard to see. There's my mark on the wheel. So we marked the wheel here and obviously the tire in the same spot at the beginning of the night. So I think toward that last run, we have about 4 inches of movement on the wheel and tire setup. So when we originally bought these wheels, like I mentioned in the previous videos, we weren't going to be that slow guy on bead locks. So now it's looking like we need bead locks. Not a big deal. We'll have a nice set for our drag and drive wheels if we decide to do that, which I still think we could. It's absolutely possible. But we definitely need more seat time. So yeah, it's been a long time coming. It was extremely exciting. A little nerve-wracking getting up there on the staging lanes for the first time, but you know, I think myself and my brother did just an awesome job. One, with the car, but two, how we performed last night. Yes, we had some hiccups. Yes, there's things we need to improve on, but we got it down the track. We got data. We made A to B passes all night long, and it was just such an awesome feeling. So can't thank you guys enough for all the love and support that you show throughout the channel, all the likes, the comments, the shares, the subscriptions. It all matters to us, guys, and we're always trying to give you guys content that way you can learn and that way you guys can see the process from A to B or start to finish. So if you don't know, we've been building this car from start to finish in our garage, in my garage, for about the past 3 years. So it's been a frame off restoration. The entire underside's done. It's got a Ford 9" from Strange. We got a little 5.3 from a truck that had probably 200,000+ miles on it. A little VS 7875 turbo, TIC Performance intercooler, Holley high ram, custom turbo kit, big radiator, good fans, big injectors. So we have all the stuff to make it work, and it was working. Our fastest pass was a 589, and I believe a 119. And that was about 20 pounds of boost. So we could have turned it up more. We ran out of time, but we got that 580 pass, which would be like a high 9 or a low 8-second quarter-mile pass, depending on how the car weighs and obviously how it would perform out the quarter mile. So we do have a 370 rear gear with the 169 gear set on the Power Glide that we have. So we should make it out the big end on a quarter mile. I don't see why we'd have any problem with that, but we'll get there when we get there. So again, I just can't thank you guys enough for all the support. But that's going to wrap up today's video, you guys. I really hope you enjoyed the footage, and I hope you enjoyed the time as much as we did at the track. And like always, thank you for subscribing, and thank you for watching. We will see you in the next episode.